Dear students, let us start the discussion on today's newspaper, that is 22nd February 2017. Yesterday was a result day, and I got 51 comments on my Facebook Messenger, which go on like this. Sir, your current affairs sessions have made me to clear the mains this year. Initially, when I was a fresher, it was too difficult for me to understand what you were teaching. But once I was through this process, I understand the value of your statements and it has improved my writing abilities. That was the beautiful comment which I got. And there are also other comments which says that sometimes you are too complex. But however, that complexity, if I am able to decipher it now, that's a positive and a negative comment both the ways. So, however, and I really loved those comments, and thank you very much. And Agarwal, I'm really thankful to you for your comment. And in Law Excellence in Hyderabad, we have total 62 people, and in the last before year mentorship, surprisingly, this year 18 people got selected out of 40. So in the immediate first year, only 8 people got selected who cleared the mains. What I mean is, so now the ratio has really gone up. It means that UPSC is covering or benefiting the people after a year, or else the questions are getting repeated after a year rather than in the same year. So we have to see how it goes on. And then let's come back to the news. And again, this is not marketing or something, this is what is the fact which I want to tell you all. And what I understood in this exam is simplicity is the key. How simple you are in your statement, how precise in your writing, how direct you are in your statements, that makes or that gives you the success. And even I was too harsh on few of my students to write the direct statements, to keep the statement simple in the answer this year. Some people have repulsed, some people have obeyed. And finally, I have a calculation or a logic behind that. To correct your answer, hardly an examiner gets 40 to 45 seconds. You need to attract his attention within 45 seconds. So, as direct and precise you are, so comfortable the examiner will be. So, let's come back to the news today. When the elected set the agenda, when the unelected set the agenda. So, here let us understand few things. When democracy has started in Athens, it was a direct democracy. Later, many changes have occurred. What we have today is representative democracy. The major reason is the increase in complexity across the society's rise in populations made direct democracy impossible. In the representative form, people elect their leaders, representatives, and who delegate the authority to them to make the laws for the collective living. And these laws has to guide the day-to-day living and order in a given society. If it is got disturbed, that leads to confusion and chaos. So here we need to understand that there has to be a situation, and this situation need to be corrected or ordered through a rule or a law. Now, this context need to be explained to the citizen why this rule or law has to be followed. If it fails, what can be the consequences of the same. And passing of a law shall be a responsibility for our legislative members. Whenever the legislative members fail to pass the law or fail to fulfill their responsibilities, obviously that space will be occupied by the others. Whenever the legitimate institutions fail to fulfill their responsibilities, then many of the anti-social elements try to occupy the space in the name of maintaining the order. Let's take a policing system in a city is not functioning. So for immediate redressal or immediate justice, people will try to go to the local goon. And that brings in a kind of legitimacy until the new system sets in. So here the author clearly states that there has to be a clear law to define a situation, effective implementation of the same, and the citizen, if he wants to get involved in the participate in following the law, he need to have a clear context of understanding the same. Recently, as these formal institutions are not active in shaping the social order or societal rules, the fringe groups are occupying this space and taking the lead position. And it is not good for the society in the long run. That is what in nutshell about this article. In a statement, what I can state it is, whenever the legitimate institutions fail to fulfill their responsibilities, obviously it is the others that occupy the same space. So, no space in the society shall be left by the legitimate institutions untouched. And second thing is, the representative institutions function with legitimacy from the people. And they have to create an order, rules for the social order, and they have to explain the context of creating these rules for the people to naturally obey them. And then coming to the next thing, the necessary limit. So recently you know that stunts, these are being asked to, our government is trying to fix certain price on the stunts used in the cardiovascular blockade. So let me say it this way. This argument falls into market versus state debate. When the state is regulating the price, obviously market says that the state interference is crippling the innovation. So, a free market has to be guided by demand and supply, not by the state intervention. But however, the markets fail to deliver the services universally, especially for health education like social services, a universal delivery is necessary. So, universal healthcare coverage definitely shall strive towards bringing in a quality healthcare services, and in this context we have to ensure that the medicine becomes or healthcare becomes affordable to all the citizens. Now, if we observe, two-thirds of the Indian healthcare expenditure is the out-of-pocket expenditure, which majorly goes into the medicines. So, why is this happening? Let me state it this way. In Thailand, providing for prescriptive medicines became the responsibility of the government. Because of this, out-of-pocket expenditure has decreased by 75%, and 50% of the people are able to have access to the universal health care. And in India, if we can raise the existing healthcare budget by 0.5% of GDP towards prescribed medicines, then healthcare expenditure, out-of-pocket expenditure is going to drastically decrease. And the healthcare situation is one of the major reasons for the poverty, and the citizens will be soon out of the poverty cycle. So that's what this article majorly talks about. And the next, let's go to the front page. Here, amnesty false sedition law. Now here, how you shall use this information? Whenever you are making a statement on human rights, you need to quote this as a value addition. In a recent report by Amnesty International, State of World's Human Rights Report 2016-17, it has clearly expressed the concerns about the human rights violations in India. So here, what are the concerns? One is sedition law. It has been applied against social activists, journalists, etc. who are expressing their free voice. And then Foreign Contributions Regulation Act has been used to muffle the voices of activists, especially environmental activists. And finally, you can also talk about attacks on the journalists and also the NGO groups by the state and non-state actors. This all shows a worsening of the human rights situation in the country. The rights are an integral part to democracy and rule of law. So that's why you need to quote this as an example or a value statement to support your answer. And then let's get page. So here onto the world page. So again, the Trump, he wants to harden the rules for deportation. Now, most important issue for me is labor mobility. Here understand that UK, once it exits from European Union, then it has to bring in free trade agreements with many countries. So that's what is the major goal of the Prime Minister Theresa May. She has visited the President Trump against many of criticisms against her. She even invited the Trump to speak in the UK's parliament. So even she visited India for a free trade agreement, especially with the developing countries and also with Australia. The major demand for them is to liberalize the labor movement across in Europe, across UK and India. And there, immigration is a major issue for the people. So in this context, we have to understand the free trade agreement, if it has to be materialized, the free labor movement is what the developing countries like India will demand for. Now let's come into the business page. Now here, if you understand, the private sector gratuity to soar. So gratuity is going to increase from 10 to 20 lakhs to make it on par with the public sector. That's what it is, but it's not of much important news to us. There are no good news today, so that's why I tried to cover whatever is there. Now, there is one important thing. The Vice President of India, Hamid Ansari, he is making a visit to Rwanda. There, probably you might have watched this popular movie, A Hotel in Rwanda. In this, the Rwandan crisis, genocide, is been clearly shown. So there are two tribal groups, Hutus and Tutsis in Rwanda. And that tribal conflict, that conflict among these two ethnicities, it has led to elimination of a huge population. And today Rwanda is a clean country. You need to give that success to one man, that is Mr. Kagame, the previous president. So his governance, it has made total Rwanda corruption free. And second, now Rwanda, they cherish their common culture, composite culture, pluralism, again is the genocide which has been happened. So this transformation of Rwanda is an example how the nations or the change can be brought in across the nations, across the people. So that I want to look at for you. I want to quote you as an example. So understand, there are many bright examples in Africa. The South Africa, how the races got admixed with each other, and Rwanda, how the people who are hating each other, they have got together. These are the examples that people can live together irrespective of the differences, irrespective of different identities. That is what is the point I can strengthen on. And as usual, I gave you the notes. Please go through that. Thank you very much and all the best.